Joining me now is Greg McCullough, head of Merrill Private Wealth Management and International and Institutional Groups, and Brent Richards, CEO of IMG Academy. Good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
So Greg, let's start with you. Why don't you talk to me about the partnership and why it's so significant? Why was now the right time to team up?
It was really the right time to team up because of the fact of bringing financial education is core to what we do. We have a group of advisors that are incredibly experienced that are dedicated to the sports and entertainment industry, and being able to bring financial education to the students of IMG will help change their lives no matter what path in life they may follow. And so it gives us an opportunity to provide great education to them. And it's been a fantastic partnership to work with Brent and his team so far.
Brent, talk to me about your experience and why you think this partnership is so significant.
Yeah, so we think fundamentally sports is a platform for life. And if it's a platform for life, you have to intentionally teach life skills. And this is something we want to be the greatest holistic education in the world through sports and through education. Merrill Lynch has been a fantastic partnership. Given what's going on in college and high school sports, it's more and more important that we're educating our families and educating our students in and around financial literacy and everything that comes with it.
Greg, why don't you tell me a little bit more about the importance of financial literacy, especially when it comes to young athletes?
Well, when you think about an athlete, they have different pathways, especially coming out of high school as they proceed through college or they potentially go pro. There's a variety of different ways where that financial education is going to help them the day that they graduate from IMG and move forward. And so if you think about it, if a student goes on to become a professional athlete or has an NIL opportunity, that's going to mean an infusion of capital that they need to be able to help manage and invest and budget in order to make that capital maximize the opportunity for them. If they just go to college and play sports and then they finish and they go on to get a job, that financial education can help them from anything from understanding their taxes to saving for their retirement. Or what if you have a student who may go to college and decide to go to the Olympics, as we just saw many athletes do that in the last couple of months. And the reality is that the Olympics are a different way to be able to have to save and focus on a campaign and be able to do something that's without financial support many times. And so regardless of the path of the student, financial education is rudimentary to their short-term and long-term success in life. And the earlier that they're able to get it, the more that they're able to learn from it will have an impact on them and their families for decades to come.
Absolutely. And Brent, I do want to talk to you also as to why financial literacy is so relevant right now. It's at the forefront of conversations everywhere.
Well, we're trying to empower student athletes to win their future. And job number one is to prepare them for college, and then through that, prepare them for life. And in the college sports ecosystem, the value of a roster spot is increasing because of name, image, likeness, because of revenue sharing, and a bunch of changes that we've seen. And so this conversation that used to be for when you graduate college and start a career and understanding finances and saving and investing is now coming earlier. So we've got families in high school, as early as middle school, talking about financial literacy and financial education.
Wow. And I want to talk about the curriculum briefly. Talk to me about, from a student athlete's perspective, what does that curriculum look like?
Well, you think about some of the basics, right, that are important to them. So the first is really just being able to learn how to do proper savings and being able to understand that if they are going to earn money, what are the tax implications from that? More importantly, about just being able to budget and have a budget and to be able to live by it is incredibly important. And then as that savings and budgeting advance, becomes education around investing becomes critical to how to grow capital over a long period of time. And then finally, people should learn how to give and how to be charitable and what giving means to them in terms of them personally, as well as the financial impact of that as well. And our advisors are really skilled with that, given the experience level that they've had. And we've worked with coaches and players and agents and owners for a long period of time. And so I think it's natural for an advisor to be able to help educate their clients. And I think this gives them an opportunity to educate the next generation, which they're excited to do.
To educating the next generation. Now, speaking of what's next, what would you say is next, Brent, for the partnership?
We have to do our job. we have to do our job and educate families all around the world. It starts on our campus, creating great curriculum for the families on our campus. We have big opportunities with our digital products, and our goal over time is to, with Merrill Lynch and IMG Academy, have financial literacy education available to any family anywhere in the world.
Amazing. Well, thank you both for joining me today. Would you like to add to that, Greg?
No, I just think the fact of the partnership is so strong, and the ability to provide that education is critical for people in any stage of their life. And I think for young people, it's even more important. And getting an early start, which IMG is doing for their students, is incredibly beneficial for them long term.
Amazing. Well, thank you both so much for joining me, and I'll let you continue the celebration.
All right, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Take care.